True oneness scares the crap out of the person. It's pointing to the death, the non-existence of a separate self, which is everything the energy has been programmed and wired to believe. The very concept of a non-dual existence is absurd to the separate person. Yet that separate energy that is expressing itself in this only exists in time, and time isn't real. There's only ever this. There's never a destination to get to, and there is nothing that could ever get you there. There's only this, and in this everything is changing. You can't hold on to anything here, and you can't get out of this. You have to be here. And this is where the love is. This is where everything is. This is where all of life is. And I'm talking about an aliveness. Waking up has a couple parts to it. The first part is the realization of a no self, the realization that you are all of life. The second part is aliveness, waking up, sensation, waking up. And that doesn't mean the separate person's still not appearing and identifying with form. But that which is watching that happen makes that energy of identification weaker and weaker and weaker until it completely dissolves. And for some people that takes longer, for other people it happens instantly. But conditioning has nothing to do with waking up. You can still be awake and conditioned into a control freak, into an angry person, into a depressive person, into a person obsessed with pleasure. But you're no longer looking for anything. You're no longer looking for God. God is this moment. That's a terrible thing to hear for somebody who is heavily into spirituality and seeking. Prayer becomes obsolete. All the structures you had set up for yourself to keep yourself feeling safe, protected, loved is completely obsolete. In waking up, there is a complete and total vulnerability. There is an openness to everything, to feeling anything. When you feel pain, you feel it full on. When you feel love, you feel it in everything. The very idea that there is awakeness and aliveness happening is enough. You can't know this aliveness and this awakeness without being open to feeling. And nothing can get you there. This video can't get you there, but it can point. It can point to aliveness. It can point to something that doesn't move, to a stillness, a complete and total stillness. And in it, you are not dead. There's not a deadening. There's just the recognition of the story that's being played out. And the more awake you become, the more absurd the story becomes. You still go to work, you still have to use your brain, you still have to make decisions, you still feel pain. Life still destroys and creates your experiences. There are still the attempts at navigating reality, or what we call reality. But all of this is just an appearance, arising and falling in complete and total stillness. The best way to feel this is to sit and be. Without grabbing your phone. Without going to get a snack. Without picking up a book. Without turning on the computer. And it doesn't matter if you're in a tropical paradise or in an underground dungeon. The aliveness is the same, no matter what changes, no matter what appears. And the less there is of you, the more there is of it. It decides what it's doing. It's deciding to make this video. It decides what gets played out and how things get played out. And you can't control or manage it, no matter how many affirmations you do, how many prayers you say. How perfect and dialed in your formula for the law of attraction is. How much yoga you do won't affect it. You'll just be in the game of pain and pleasure. Find and seek. Seek and find. This is timeless. It's completely unbound and free. And it can only be experienced when it wakes up to itself. But it is always here and now. And in spirituality or in pleasure, we catch glimpses of it because we disappear. For an instant, the need to get somewhere, the need to figure life out, the need to fix, modify, and control what's happening dissolves. And so it becomes apparent, the aliveness is apparent. But it's always been there, it will always be here. Here. You can't get out of it. It's everything. It's the fly on the wall, the refrigerator humming, the going to work, the driving on the freeway, the drinking of the tea. It's watching all of this. Prayer will make the person feel better. Yoga will make the person feel better. Going to church will make the person feel better. But it's not real. This, here, it's this.